You might remember at the end of Caitlyn Clark's basketball season, the WNBA Rookie of the Year said, I'm going to go and become a professional golfer in the off-season.
She's kind of, other than Nelly, it's been Caitlyn, and what she has done is amazing. And like you said, bringing other people into the sport. And golf has been, I think.
Caitlyn Clark hit the golf course alongside Nelly Korda at 7 a.m. And let's just say, it wasn't your average sports event. Her LPGA Pro-Am debut ended up drawing more viewers than some regular season WNBA games. Yeah, you heard that right. Caitlyn Clark, a basketball star, turned a casual golf appearance into a headline-grabbing moment. Fans were hyped, social media went crazy, and even the LPGA didn't expect this level of buzz. But you know who stayed completely silent? The WNBA, not a word. No posts, no shout-outs, nothing. Meanwhile, the LPGA treated Caitlyn like the superstar she is, and it paid off big time. Here's the thing, Caitlyn isn't just a basketball player, she's a phenomenon. In her rookie season, she brought in record-breaking numbers for the WNBA. Attendance was up by 156% compared to last year. Over half of all WNBA games this season were sellouts. TV ratings? Through the roof. The league's televised games averaged 1.32 million viewers, almost 3 times more than the previous season's average of 462,000. And it didn't stop there. Online merchandise sales broke all-time records, with a 756% increase from the year before. Oh, and the WNBA's social media channels? They racked up 157 million video views in just the first week of the season, a 38% jump from last year. All of this was largely thanks to Caitlyn Clark, the league's biggest rookie star. She was pulling in new fans, creating viral moments, and turning heads everywhere she went. Yet when she took her talents to the golf course and brought her star power to the LPGA, the WNBA didn't even acknowledge it. Fans noticed. Oh, they noticed. Social media was full of people calling out the WNBA for dropping the ball. How could a league that benefited so much from Caitlyn's impact just ignore her like that? Meanwhile, the LPGA was doing everything right. They recognized Caitlyn's crossover appeal and leaned into it hard. Fans were blowing up their phones, begging for the event to be televised. At first, it wasn't even supposed to be aired, but the LPGA listened and made it happen. And guess what? It was a massive hit. Caitlyn's appearance didn't just attract basketball fans, it brought golf fans, casual sports fans, and even people who probably didn't care about either sport until they saw her name attached. The LPGA paired Caitlyn with Nelly Korda, one of the best golfers in the world, and turned the whole thing into a spectacle. It wasn't just about Caitlyn playing golf, it was about creating a moment. Merchandise sales skyrocketed, social media was on fire, and the LPGA reaped all the benefits. They didn't just use Caitlyn's name for hype, they made her the centerpiece of the event, and everyone loved it. Contrast that with the WNBA, which seemed completely out of touch. Despite all the buzz Caitlyn was generating, they stayed quiet. Some people argue the league doesn't want to show favoritism, that they're trying to spread the attention evenly among players. But when you've got someone like Caitlyn Clark, someone who's pulling in these kinds of numbers, you don't hold back. You lean in. You celebrate her. That's exactly what the LPGA did, and it worked. Caitlyn's rookie season alone should have been enough for the WNBA to realize her value. She turned a league that had been struggling for years into a must-watch spectacle. People who had never watched a WNBA game in their lives started tuning in because of her. She's the kind of player who brings new eyes to women's sports. And yet, the WNBA barely promoted her. They didn't capitalize on her momentum, and when she stepped onto the golf course and created another viral moment, they missed the boat again. Fans aren't letting this go either. They're frustrated, and they're making their voices heard. Caitlyn Clark isn't just a great player, she's a cultural phenomenon. She's the kind of athlete who can elevate an entire league, but only if the league lets her. The LPGA understood that. The WNBA, not so much. And here's the thing, it's not like the WNBA doesn't have the tools to succeed. The numbers are there, the fan base is growing. Caitlyn brought in a whole new audience, and the league saw massive increases in attendance, viewership, and merchandise sales. But they need to do more. They need to embrace their stars and use their momentum to grow the league even further. The LPGA's handling of Caitlyn's debut is a blueprint for success. They showed how to create a moment that transcends sports, that brings in new fans, and that elevates everyone involved. The WNBA has the same opportunity, but they need to act fast. Caitlyn Clark isn't waiting, and neither are her fans. If the league doesn't step up and start promoting her the way she deserves, they risk losing her to other opportunities. This isn't just about Caitlyn's golf appearance. It's about what she represents. She's proof that women's sports can capture the spotlight when they're marketed the right way. The LPGA leaned in, gave fans what they wanted, and turned Caitlyn's debut into a viral success. The WNBA has the potential to do the same, but they need to start now. Caitlyn Clark isn't just a basketball star. She's a game changer. And if the WNBA doesn't recognize that, they'll miss out on one of the biggest opportunities they've ever had.